Okay guys, the fit is really go. Welcome to VTEC Academy. You're about to get schooled. All right, our Honda Fit is K-swapped. For the most part, it's done. It's drivable. We're gonna take it out and see what it does. The only thing not in it yet is our AC. We're gonna be working on that coming up here, but time to start driving this thing. So just to kind of recap, we had an automatic fit. We did a manual transmission swap, plus we put the K24Z out of a 2008 Acura TSX. And we also have the Acura TSX ECU in here. So we're gonna take it out and see what kind of, see how it does. Maybe do a few test pulls, some 8th mile stuff. Just kind of see generally how it is. I'm super curious to see how it shifts. I wanna know if the electronic power steering works with this ECU. And I wanna know if it is all, you know, like it should be. So we're going to take it out for a quick spin, see what goes on. The only thing that's a question mark is this right here. We bought a really cheap intake air tube, and I'm not sure the diameter is right for this particular MAF sensor. So we may be getting some incorrect information getting to the computer, which of course will affect the performance. There is of course an air-fuel ratio sensor, which should adjust that at lower RPMs, but probably not at full throttle. Anyway, we will hit the dyno at some point and get a proper tune on this thing, but time to take it for a test drive. Well, the clutch is buttery smooth. Let's get buckled up. This car actually has current emissions on it, and I don't expect that to change at all. We have the TSX ECU in here. We have all the proper emission control devices, so it should be fine. All right, it's gonna be a little bit warm today. It's already 106, it's gonna be about 118 today. That's one of the reasons AC is gonna become a necessity. We get about 9 months of summer here in Arizona. I think our record is like 145, 150 days of over 100-degree temperatures. We're right in the middle of a stint of 20 some odd days, 26 days or so, over 115, or over 110 actually. Quite a few of those days have been over 115. Enough of my whining. But feels like totally normal car, manual transmission, a little bit of a rev hang, but that's kind of typical of this particular year of K-Series engine and ECU. I don't like that. We can tune it out. All right. Gonna get out on the main road here and kind of speed up a little bit here, see what it does. Instantly doing 55 miles an hour. Got rubber, wasn't even trying. My God, if this thing had AC, it'd be my daily driver again. It's gonna be my daily driver again. I just need AC. Electric power steering feels totally normal. Looks like I need to adjust the steering wheel a little bit. I need a shift knob. By the way, for those of you who don't know, my day job is Hasport. I just ordered 25 shift knobs. I'm gonna have them all Cerakoted white. I'm gonna call it the summer color. We have shift knobs with their black, and in Arizona, they get to be about 160 degrees. All right, we're on the freeway. We're at freeway speeds. 5th gear. Oh yeah, only have 5 gears. I didn't put the 6-speed in. That explains the wide ratios. So funny. I thought I put a 6-speed in here. I did not. Whoops. Now I do have multiple 6-speed transmissions, including a 2012 SI transmission. Although I believe we put that into Carter's car right now. But I do have a 6-speed TSX transmission. Probably should have put it in here. I think originally my thoughts were, it's a lightweight car, it's a K24, wide ratios will be fine. You know, we'll just have to kind of see if that turns out to be the case, if the wide ratios are okay. Right now, I don't know if you can see this on video, the shifter is open. Used to have automatic, and there's actually a particular piece of trim that has the boot that I need to get a hold of in order to put it all back together. I was at the salvage yard this weekend, picked up a couple parts for this car and forgot about that. Didn't even look to see if those cars are manual. One of the good things about Fits is that there are actually quite a few manuals. Probably, I'm guessing 15-20% of the cars are manuals, which is kind of unusual. So I should be able to find the parts I need. I'm going to take all service streets on the way back. I just wanted to see what it was like on the freeway. Does it bother you to hang your arm out the window? It bothers me. When I see cars coming up, I want to pull it in. I would hate it if I got sideswiped with my arm out the window. I've seen people drive with their arms hanging down in traffic. Freaks me out. I've seen too many cars with mashed up sides to ever do that. Might be from having work in a salvage yard. Ah, that clutch. Feels so good. I have not been driving a manual for a while. I've been driving my Ridgeline automatic, or this automatic, or the TL automatic, or the TSX automatic. Feels good to get in a manual again. I say that now, it's going to feel great until the day I come off the freeway after 20 minutes and come down to the stop and forget to put the clutch in because I've been driving so many automatics, and I stall the car out next to a cute girl. Not going to be fun. Make sure there's nobody behind us. Once we come to a stop, our aim should reset. All right, it's reset. Let's go. I've noticed in the past is what happens typically is this, you can only do a couple runs before it kind of heat soaks the engine, or heat soaks everything. I smell burning. I think what's happening is the oils inside of our exhaust are getting burned out. Originally it smelled like paper actually. Now it kind of smells like burning oil. Hopefully it's not a sign of a more serious problem. All right, let's let it reset. That was against the rev limiter. Dang it. Thought I was at an 8th mile and I let up a little too early. 1069, not quite as good. All right, so this time we're gonna actually try a real live launch, see what we can do. The burning smell is strong. I'm going to get out and look real quick, make sure we're not on fire. Didn't think to bring a fire extinguisher. Probably not a bad idea to do when you're testing things out. I would hate to lose this car, and this engine, and this computer. It's a fair amount of work. All right, we're going to try a high RPM launch this time. And I'm going to run it all the way through the 10. All right, 10:68 was our time. Like I said, it usually gets a little bit worse as you go along. I think I need suspension now and stickier tires. The car's got that station wagon lean or van lean, kind of typical of taller cars. Not as bad as like a CR-V, but very similar to like an Odyssey. No ground up gears. This transmission's in really good shape. I bought I believe it was 3 Accord 5-speeds for about $200 each from a salvage yard back east somewhere. I had them strap them all on a pallet and ship them out to me. I still see those available for sale for about $400, so still a decent price. But you got to hunt around a little bit for them. Oh, we got to check engine light now. All right, we'll have to check out, see what's up with that. It's possible it's a secondary O2 sensor. We actually used the one from the Fit in this car. I did not go and get one from an actual Accord or TSX. I'll probably do that next. I don't see any smoke rising from any of the corners of this car, so, and it seems the burning paper smell's gone away. That's good. All in all, it drives really nice. The engine is, I believe, running perfectly as it should, so that may not be an issue with the MAF sensor. The $70 intake air tube I bought may be sized properly. Surprise, surprise. That doesn't mean there's not more to be had from this. We could probably build a better intake air tube, so we might be able to eke out a little bit more horsepower from this with a tune. Honda does actually tune them conservatively. We'll just have to see. Man, the car is buttery smooth. It feels like it's tuned properly. The transmission shifts flawlessly. Even though our cables are a little bit long side, they're kind of snaked around through there, it shifts really, really nicely. The clutch works perfectly. We drilled out the delay on the clutch. It works absolutely fantastically. It feels good. It's quick, like it should be. If this car had AC, I mean, this is all I'd drive. I'd put some suspension on it, some tires on it, and it would be my daily. This is a comfortable car. The seat's pretty comfortable. I know I'm kind of hunched over a little bit, but the seat's pretty comfortable. Everything's good, and it's fast. That 1050 that we ran the first time out, we're gonna have to see how that stacks up against some of the other cars we've been driving. I think it's entirely comparable to how fast the TL was with the J series. So, and it steers nice. The electronic power steering feels like it's set up properly for this. It's not doing anything weird. If I get working AC on this thing, it's going to be beautiful. We got to check engine light. I don't think it's a big deal because it's clearly not affecting the way it's running. I still have full revs, so pretty much it's got to be the secondary O2 sensor. The catalytic converter on this is a brand new 2012 SI catalytic converter. It just happened to come on one of the motors I acquired. I had a couple of brand new motors. Yeah, throttle response is smooth. The rev hang's a little irritating. It is hot. Took off at 105 degrees and now it's 108. Whoops, just hit my antenna. So we had a few people ask us about the exhaust on this particular car. We actually custom made our exhaust. One of the things that you'll find about a Fit is nobody makes an aftermarket exhaust that's really bigger than 2 inches. I'm sure that has to do with the fact this typically comes with a 1.5 liter engine. It just doesn't really need that big of an exhaust. But with the K-swap, we needed something larger, minimum 2.5 inches. 3 inches looked like it would be really difficult to route underneath the car. The exhaust actually comes out, makes a U-turn, goes back along the side, and then up over the twist beam axle and out the back, and room is kind of at a premium there. So what we did was I went ahead and purchased a exhaust 2.5 inch exhaust kit for like mild steel, and it was I think about $87 on eBay. It came with a a U-bend, a couple of 90s, maybe some 45s and some straights. We only had a few scraps left over of bends, but it had just enough to get it out the back of the car. And then for the muffler, we used a KTuned 2.5-inch stainless steel muffler. Got actually a really nice sound with this 2.5-inch exhaust that we have on here. So turned out really good. I like the tone of it. If we want to quiet it a little bit more, we might think about putting maybe a resonator in it. But to do that, I would actually have to take the pipes and bring them up, because the resonator would sit down on the side here, underneath the right, like the right seat rail of the passenger's seat. And you actually, to put a resonator there, you'd want to come up into kind of a recess there and then back down again, just like it does on the stock one. I'm not going to do that though. My catalytic converter actually does a nice job of toning down the noise. The 2.5-inch mild steel pipe keeps it a decently deep rumble, and the muffler is doing an excellent job. So I really like the way it's turned out. Who knows, maybe somebody in the future will offer a 2.5-inch exhaust for people that have swapped cars. Not a bad idea. But anyway, that's what we did with our exhaust, and I think it gives us plenty of headroom to tune this for as much horsepower as we're going to get naturally aspirated. If we at some point later on go to a turbo or something like that, I might get some 3-inch pipe and some oval pipe so I can keep it nice and flat and tucked in, and design a new one. But this worked out really well, and it was probably under $200 in parts. Oh, forgot about that. I also wound up buying a bell mouth. I don't know if you've seen the kind of circular grommets they have that allow it to pivot. I did purchase one of those too. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put links in the show notes for all the parts that I bought, where I bought them. So if you'd like to do the same thing, you can buy the parts I bought. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for checking out this video. There's going to be more videos on this Fit. Obviously, we're going to put some AC on it, and once we get that done, we're going to take it to the dyno, see what it's doing. Then suspension, wheels and tires, and hit the track with it. This is a nice car. It's going to be my daily driver. It holds 4 people comfortably. It's really a nice ride. Anyway, if you guys have a friend with a Fit and they think it's underpowered, why don't you share this video with them? Please also think about liking and subscribing. Don't forget to hit the bell. That gives you notifications when new videos come out. And I want to thank you very much for clicking on us. We'll see you on the track.
Wow.